Hello everyone, I'm Dragons After Dark, and today we'll be going over the newest trading post pet, Slyvy. We'll be going over how you can get this pet, some of its animations, the moveset, and stats. Let's get started. Slyvy is the pet available for September 2023's trading post. It will cost you 650 traders tenders. The good thing about this month is there are no mounts that will cost you tenders unless you have one frozen, so there's no competition for pet collectors tenders this time around. Before you spend those tenders, be warned that Slyvy does not currently fly along with you when on a regular flying mount. It doesn't even do the weird half flying the other Slyverns do, where if you hover in the air they land in midair instead of using the idle flying animation. Instead, it will disappear when you take off. While this isn't something that impacts my choice of purchasing the pet, it might for others, so I wanted to point it out. Now let's take a look at some of the animations. Before we move on, I wanted to go over a question someone in the community had. They asked in Discord if Slyvy was worth the tenders, as in, would it become some kind of meta pet? To that, I'd say that I don't think so. It doesn't have a high utility moveset like the timeless mechanical Dragonling with a stun, dot, block, and team damage abilities. And while Slyvy does get the flying buff, the mechanical buff is arguably more useful in most situations, though of course not all. If you're making the decision on whether or not to get Slyvy for some future meta capabilities, I'd say you'll probably want to save your tenders. That, of course, comes with the caveat that I am not Prophet Velen, so I can't tell you if Slyvy will be the perfect pet for a flying family strategy, but that would likely be the extent of it. Alright, time to take a look at that moveset. Now there isn't anything particularly special about most of its moves. You can replicate them on other flyers, some of which are even faster than Slyvy, which is what you're looking for with this family. The only thing about the moveset is that it's convenient to have it on one flyer instead of two, but that's not a huge deal. What Slyvy does have that's unique is Celestial Blessing, which is a setup move for your next pet to take reduced damage when they come in. As I pointed out, this is likely to be situationally useful in the future and might even be retroactively useful in a few fights. Now it's time for the stats. Slyvy is a power speed breed, giving it 297 base speed, 297 power, and 1319 health. Now, with that little health, it's good that Slyvy has a bit of speed under its belt. While the devs have been better about the power creep this expansion versus Shadowlands, 297 speed falls shy of being a really good option when there are faster flyers with similar moves, Celestial Blessing notwithstanding. It does make up for it with a little more power than average, but for flyers, I generally find speed is better. Again, not all the time, but usually. And that's going to be it for Slyvy. Will you be picking them up from the trading post, and do you think you'll be using them in strats? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, I wish you all the best of luck in your collecting. Thank you for stopping by, and happy battling!